ghetto masquerade. With no father to guide him, he's lost and afraid. Which road will he choose to travel in this troubled life? How will he find his way through all the misery and strife? A wounded mother sits and cries because her heart has no joy. The question burns. She wants to know who killed little boy. He never learned how to multiply and divide, nor to read or spell his name. The streets were his only schoolyard. He searched desperately for fame. A kingpin watched him patiently, like a vulture circling its prey. Another innocent mind he'd claim to pimp and to lead astray. And a grandmother cries, tightly clutching her grandson's favorite toy. Can somebody please tell me who killed little boy? Hoodies, Timbs, and Air Jordans were the treasures of his hood. Guns, drugs, and stolen cars were the symbols for which he stood. They jumped him in before his time, his mother's honor to defend. Gang banging since the age of 10 is what brought him to his end. And auntie cries out for little man, the nephew she can no longer enjoy. Can anybody please tell me? I want to know who killed little boy. A 16-year-old boy lies dead, and another mother cries. A senseless murder, a wasted life. And I ask myself, why? Was it the father he never knew? The so-called friends who did the do? Or was it another mother who watched in fear as the streets became her son's employ? I want to know who is to blame. Who is at fault? Who killed little boy? Oh, Lord, have mercy. I want to know the truth. Who killed little boy? Well, let us start from where it all began. Take any man from his fatherland, strip him of his name, language, his identity, and cultural brand, deem his religion to be created in hell, cut out his tongue if he tries to rebel. Then chain him in the bows of a dusty slave ship. Make him work under the lash of the cruel, bloody bullwhip. Under the weight of woe, from sun goes up to sun goes down. Call him evil, demonic, inferior, just because his skin is brown. Write books to justify this image you destroy. Tell me who killed little boy? Take the Bible, the holy book, precious word of God. Use it to condemn this son of Ham as a servant of lowly side. Then condemn him to a war zone where death lingers on every corner. Burned out buildings, weary with age, where hope is a foreigner. Abuse is abundant, pain flows like a mighty river with great ease. Rat-infested hallways, leaking ceilings, overripe with all manner of disease. With no escape, no way out from this godless misery in sight. Living daily off of crumbs from the table of the so-called right. TVs filled with shows and commercials about a dream deferred. Who stole the option he had to pursue, the illusion he preferred? Somebody held a gun and pointed it at little boy's back. And a shot rang out. And a bullet flew going straight on track. And a gifted young life is gone. And it will never, ever return. And another mother cries For her love child, she yearns. Was there something she could have done to save her son, Troy? I ask you the same question, church. Who killed little boy? I said, who killed little boy? You see, church, there's another gun, and it's pointed at all of our little boys today. But whose hand is holding that gun? Is it my hand? Is it your hand? Is it our hand? I want to know who killed little boy. For my sake, for your sake, for our sake, who killed little boy? We need to answer this question, church. We need to answer, do tell. But another one as well. The fathers have eaten unripe grapes. Children's teeth are set on edge. But who's going to help save little boy? Who's going to take this pledge? Who's going to show little boy the right way to go? Shed some light upon his day. I said, who's going to help save little boy and show him a better way? From as long as I can remember, I've always been a movie buff. In 1974, at the age of 18, I saw a movie that made an indelible impression upon my psyche. Couldn't get it out of my head for a long, long time. The movie was called The Education of Sonny Carson. And it told a true story about a young black boy growing up in the Bronx who started out doing well in school, but somewhere he got off track. And he ended up in juvenile. And later on, he ended up falling into the gang life. But it wasn't just Sonny Carson's story. It was the story of every black boy in every ghetto across America. After the loss of his good friend, Little Boy, Sonny fell into a downward spiral, which eventually led him to prison for some petty crimes. But somewhere during his prison experience, after losing everything he held dear, he found himself again. Sometimes you have to lose yourself in order to find yourself.